ICE can now raid classrooms, and as a high school teacher, I just want to make one thing clear. If someone tries to come in my classroom and take one of my students, one of us isn't leaving the classroom. Play with me.
Woke teachers are taking to TikTok to boldly declare their plans to push back against any potential ICE raids at their schools. Some are even using the platform to issue thinly veiled threats toward ICE itself. Check it out for yourself.
I just want to say with my entire fucking chest and 10 toes down on my shitty broken tile classroom floor that it will be a cold, no, frozen day in hell before someone from ICE comes in my classroom to remove a student that they suspect is undocumented first, because I have no undocumented students. What are you talking about? Second, even if I did, 1982 Plyer versus Doe says that it does not matter. Everyone is entitled to a fair and a free, appropriate education. And that's what I'm here to do. I am so sorry I can't come to my door right now. We're learning. We're doing class stuff. You're going to have to come back later. And by later, I mean never, because there are hills that I will die on, and this is one.
ICE in Chicago with my students? No, for all, I've gotten a whole bunch of messages from people, like, and I'm so appreciative of you, but baby, it would never. You think I'd be scared of you trying to come up in my school? You don't think I already have a plan and a backup plan and 56 doors in the building and 17 routes on how to get to each one and backup on backup on backup of contacts to make sure that their parents aren't the ones showing up? I mean, no offense, the district can give us training on what we're supposed to do over and over and over again, and they have, by the way. But I got my own plan. Because there's no way. There's no way. You ever touching one of my kids? Ever. Never touching one of my students. And never. Hello, God. Someone needs to talk to you, because that's who you're going to talk to first before you ever touch one of my kids. Because I don't play about mine. And never have. And if you've been around for a while, you know that. Baby, I've written a manifesto up here on what I would do.
These unhinged liberal women genuinely seem to believe they can take on ICE. They're essentially threatening federal agents, promising to fight back if ICE shows up at their schools to deport one of their kids, which, let's be real, refers to children who are in the country illegally. What's really ironic about this situation is the hypocrisy of the left's stance on family separation. On one hand, they claim to be against splitting up families, using it as a rallying cry to attack immigration enforcement. But on the other hand, their logic completely falls apart when it comes to deportation. If you're truly against family separation, wouldn't you agree that families should be deported together? Yet somehow these activists want to keep the children here while sending their parents away, which is, ironically, the very definition of family separation they claim to oppose. You can't have it both ways. If you don't want families to be torn apart, then the only consistent approach is to allow the children to be deported with their parents. Unfortunately for these activists, their outrage doesn't seem to align with reality. Instead of addressing the bigger picture, they're clinging to emotional arguments and making wild threats against ICE, completely ignoring the complexities of immigration law and enforcement,